rotation number 3 shaping up like this. Utah and UCLA are on byes. Bama on the vault, Stanford on beam, Nebraska on floor, and the University of Georgia on the uneven bars. And Coach Suzanne Yochlin not seemingly expecting too much coming into nationals. Really struggled at regionals, particularly on bars. The Gym Dogs going 49, 2 falls.
You can see Loren Simpson losing form right there on a straddle back. And Sapunar struggling with her release move.
And here now is Loren Simpson. Last year she specialized on floor as a freshman, just added bars to her repertoire this year.
Right here is where she struggled at regionals. Straddle back handstand not quite hit. Beautiful toe handstand out of it though.
Loren's improved consistently throughout the season on bars. Her average now just over a 9.7. She went 9.8 in prelims.
Giant full right into a double tuck. Slight step on the landing.
Loren, a Georgia native from Alpharetta. In high school, she was the Georgia State champion all 4 years. Better start than in regionals, a 9.825 for Loren. And over to vault. Kristin Sterner, who you remember in the last rotation, went 9.9 on floor.
Beautiful pike front half. You can see she had a step in the landing, but she has so much power and she got great height.
Now that was the event she injured her ankle on earlier in the season. She was competing all around until then, missed 4 weeks, is seemingly healthy now, 9.875. Sapunar now on bars for Georgia. Teammate of yours at Cincinnati Gymnastics Academy.
That's right. Sierra is a great competitor. She has beautiful lines. This is where she struggled at regionals on this release move. Jaeger, beautiful height, and no problem catching it this time. Beautiful shoot to handstand. Sierra needs to nail this dismount. She's performing a double layout. Right here. The slight hop in the landing.
And Sierra didn't even compete bars until the SECs this year because of injuries. She had elbow surgery last year and is scheduled to have shoulder surgery the day after the season ends. 9.85 for Sapunar. Back over to vault, where Alabama's Jeana Rice is preparing. Sophomore from Longwood, Florida.
Bonnie, she has a beautiful vault, a round-off entry. Beautifully done.
And Jeana had a great regional meet. She won vault, beam, and all-around, and has been ranked as high as 14th in the country on this event.
Watch the lift she gets off the horse right here. Great full twist, very clean, and a nice landing.
We seem to be saying Alabama and 9.9 a lot in the same sentence. Of course, the Tide, the 3 9.9s on floor. And Suzanne Yochlin, Georgia looking good on bars, but still a look of concern on her face as Chelsa Byrd gets ready to compete. This year, a first-team All-American on this event.
She opens with a great release combination right here up to the high bar, and then right back down to the low bar.
Chelsa's been very solid of late on bars. She's gone 9.8 or higher in 5 of her last 6 events.
Beautiful Takachev, great height.
And Jeana will set up her dismount.
It's been a very clean routine with a nice landing.
And that little step will probably cost Chelsa about a half a tenth. And in stark contrast to Georgia's struggles on bars and regionals, they are rocking this event in nationals. And a 9.9 for the Gym Dogs, Chelsa Byrd. So in the third rotation, it's been punch, counter punch between Alabama and Georgia. And where we return, the Tide's Andree Pickens will take to the vault. Cory Fritzinger up on bars for the Gym Dogs. Cory Fritzinger preparing for bars. Little last-minute chat with Coach Suzanne Yochlin, and Suzanne's actually taking her talking to the airwaves Now in its 4th season, she's got her own weekly cable show.
The Suzanne Yochlin Gym Dog Show.
I came up with the idea because I just felt like we needed to increase exposure for women's gymnastics, and the only way to increase exposure is through media. Our media in this country are still traditionalists, you know, basketball, baseball, and football, and we need to branch out. I mean, women are watching more sports on TV. They're interested in the story of a gymnast as much as they're interested in the story of Tiger Woods.
And for as much as Georgia's considered a football school, gymnastics is equally as popular in Athens, and Cory Fritzinger's mom has greater aspirations for her daughter than just gymnastics. And Cory takes to the bars.
Cory is such an aggressive competitor. Performing a Tkachev.
She's really been one of Georgia's top bar performers this season.
Beautiful shoot to handstand. Back up rise to handstand, getting ready for a dismount. Double front half, great landing.
Cory scored a perfect 10 on bars in January. 7 times this season, she scored 9-9 or better. And let's make that 8 times. And this particular 9-9 launches Georgia ahead of UCLA for 2nd place in the standings. Nebraska's Dan Kendig trying to move his Huskers into esteemed company. Only 4 schools have ever won the NCAA Gymnastics title. Utah leading the pack with 9, Georgia, Alabama, and UCLA. And how soon could a 5th come along?
The days of showing up at this meet and maybe watering down a little bit in prelims, if you even are a good team, to save whatever for the next night, those days are far over with because the parity is too strong. And I think it's going to happen. When, whether it be this year or not, it's hard to say, but it will happen soon.
And if not today, wouldn't Dan Kendig love his Huskers to win their first title next year when Nebraska just happens to be hosting championships in Lincoln? And this is the Huskers' Richelle Simpson.
Beautiful double layout. Perfect landing.
The sophomore from Toronto, Ontario, transferring to Lincoln this year from Penn State. Richelle's music, the House of the Rising Sun. She's a very powerful floor worker, and she's been a huge boost for Nebraska, particularly on floor and beam this year, setting school records for both events with 9.975s.
And she was performing this while Cory Fritzinger was on the bars. Her first 2 tumbling passes were done with near perfection, getting ready for her final tumbling pass. Ending with a beautiful double pike, great landing. Very clean routine for Nebraska.
And cheering on Richelle in the stands, former Huskers All-American Heather Brink. And the judges reward Richelle with a 9.9. Meanwhile, Stanford on beam, Lise Levielle looking for a little bit of redemption after struggling on bars with a solid punch front. Ranked 10th in the nation on this event. And looking pretty solid, Amanda.
It's been a very solid routine so far.
This is a good event for Lise. She was all Pac-10, tied for first place with teammate Lindsey Wing for beam for the title at regionals.
Getting ready for the dismount. Round off double tuck, great landing, very, very nice.
2 great performances from Nebraska and Stanford respectively, but when you look at how they're performing overall, these teams not keeping pace with the rest of the pack, as a result battling each other for 5th and 6th place. Andree Pickens preparing for vault.
Come on, baby, let's go, let's go.
This This is where her power comes into play. Watch this vault. She's performing a Yurchenko full. Beautiful height. Let's take another look. Beautiful height off the horse, very clean, and almost perfect landing. It's going to be hard to find a deduction.
Oh, and it's a 9.95 for Andree Pickens from Alabama. The NCAA Gymnastics Championship.